Let Them. A lot of women have been reading the book by Mel Robbins called Let Them, and I introduced it several months ago, and I've enjoyed reading it too and been inspired by her message. It's not a complicated one. She basically starts with the premise that when we are confronting situations with people who we care about, who are making perhaps decisions or actions that we're not in agreement with, that we should let go and let them live their lives. And I'd like to talk about that today. It's Margaret here with 60 and Me. And for me, it's personal, as it is for all of you. We've all got situations with individuals, family, friends, or even just the broader world at large, where we just don't agree with how things are going. It's particularly difficult with people that are close to us. So I want to stay there because I think we have an opportunity to implement this mantra of let them in a way that is productive. And basically it's understanding what we can control in our lives and what we cannot control, and not stressing and trying to move like harsh boundaries around those things that we cannot control. We cannot control other people, their thoughts, their actions, their motivations, their desires. And even though we may have had, as the role of a parent, a very significant role in shaping them in the way that we thought would be the best, they've made other decisions. They're doing it differently. And what Mel Robbins is talking about is the idea that we have to let them live their lives. Let them get on with what they're doing and push back a bit, pull back a bit, and let them make the same mistakes perhaps that you made, the mistakes that that you anticipate they might make based on decisions that you don't agree with. It's all very complicated, but then it's at the same time very straightforward. And so the message is let them. And hopefully they will find their way as you did. I mean, that's the kind of the journey that we're all on. So let them. Now, the only challenge with that and the opportunity with that is what comes next. And that's what happens after we let them do their thing, do their lives the way that they want, make the decisions that they have made, and let them be. It's what do we do? Let you be you. And how do you do that? How do you find that you? How do you let you move forward? And so I want to talk a little bit about that today, because I think that's the challenge and an opportunity. I think it really is an incredible way that we can reshape our lives, detach ourselves from the things that have been causing us stress and worry and concern for someone else, and turn it to ourselves. Move beyond letting go. Don't embrace that empty space that you find yourself in when you said, I have to just let that person go, let them do what they need to do. That empty space is to be filled by you. Reclaim your choices, your style, your life, your rhythm. What you want to do with your life. This is an opportunity to say, okay, I'm letting them get on with their thing. I'm going to now get on with mine. If you want to wear bright lipstick, you want to wear lots of makeup or no makeup, if you want to travel solo, if you want to take classes, if you want to make things, if you want to get married again or have a relationship with someone, if you want to, go and join a monastery, if you, whatever. There's so many things that you can do if you just stop worrying about someone else and focus on yourself. Give yourself permission to be unapologetically you, And what are some of the things you can do? Well, first of all, you can say no without guilt. Those people or places or employers or whatever the situation is that you've let go of, that you've let them, they may still come back to you with requests and desires, and maybe there's dependencies and all kinds of things that have gotten tangled up in relationships over the years. And they're going to come back and ask you maybe to support something that you've let go. You've let them, if you want to do that, that's your choice. You may do that, do it. And then you have to say, when they come to you or when others come to you with things that they want you to do, you say no. Just say no. And I've said it probably, 100 times in the last 12 years in 60 and Me, but that no is a complete sentence. You don't have to say, no because, or no, well, because I'm, let me think about it. No, you just say no. Another thing you can do is to invest in your passions, whatever they are. If it's gardening or writing or reading or learning or sport, whatever it is, build your life about what energizes you, not what drains you. Because I think, as Mel Robbins talks about, the caring about others and trying to solve their problems and trying to redirect them on a path that you think is going to work, it's exhausting. It's just exhausting. And between the lines here, who I'm talking to here. I'm talking to women who are estranged from their children, estranged from family members. And when I say estranged, I mean not talking to them. We're not only have you said let them do what they want, but you are not talking to them anymore, not communicating. And that is hard. That is super hard. It doesn't, because I can sit here and tell you all kinds of things about what to do in order to, reclaim yourself and reclaim your energy and live a joyful life and, not, just move forward with all the things you love to do. And when I know in your heart of hearts that you're challenged, you've got some struggles, you've got work to do. And maybe seeing a therapist, maybe seeing a counselor, or working with someone that can help guide you into your new life, into your new world, is a good thing. Maybe that's, thing. But I don't think you have to rush this. Just take one day at a time. Letting them be is powerful. But being you and doing you is transformational. I just think it's really, really important. This is not, this is not kind of wishful thinking or impossible. You can do this. And to be honest with you, it's why I started 60andMe in some ways. Because I didn't really know it at the time that I was trying to let others in my world, in my circle of people, get on with their lives. Letting them step, I'm talking about family members now, and not just my children, but, beyond that. And just realizing that they weren't doing what I would do anymore, that they've made a choice or made some changes. And I think that the biggest thing was wanting company on this journey. And I remember when I was almost 13 years ago now, I put a Facebook post up and said, is anybody else having trouble with this turning 60 thing? And, fortunately, there were just a huge, tens of thousands of women that said, yes, me too. And we've kind of forged our pathway, with 60andMe to maybe help you with this, that this is kind of a way that we can help each other, to reclaim ourselves in our 60s. If we had children, they're probably now, 20s, perhaps 30s, mostly 40s. And we now, need to let them live their lives. And whether we're tangled up with work people or friends or lovers or husbands, partners, whatever, they maybe have changed their mind and there's a divorce or there's a separation. It's really hard. I could go on all the examples, but the key message here is when you're letting people go, letting them let you do some things for you, without any guilt, without any concern for what they might think about you. Practice it in your own world. Does this help? I hope it does, because it helps me every time I talk about this. I actually do. I'm going to do another video on this other related subject, which I think is super helpful, which is about the way our children, our adult children, are raising their children. And that's, more specific thing that I think we have some tactics and conversation about. I want to do something separate on that. But this is just more broadly. So give me your feedback. Let me know what you think. Do you think that this is useful? By the way, in case you're wondering, I'm in my new place, my new, they call it an apartment, but it's a studio room in Switzerland. And I've got my kitchen behind me, and this is my studio now for a month or 6 weeks. But the sun is good here. The light's beautiful. I've got a big window of glass, and I'm letting me be me right now. Even with my 60andMe sisters, I see sometimes I look at and think, oh, that would be if that person could only do this, or if they could make this change. And I'm doing the same thing as I'm describing to you. I'm letting you be you. I'm letting you live your lives the way you want, but I'm also letting me navigate my own. And I want you to do the same, okay? Thanks, everybody. I appreciate you being here. Please check out our other channels. Our Patreon group has a supporters group. Really appreciate that, since we don't charge for any of this content. These thousands of videos that I've done is all done, because I want everyone to have access to it. So if you can support us on Patreon, that would be super. And we do actually have a chat room now on Patreon, so you can speak to your friends and other women in our community on that space. But yeah, Instagram, Facebook, the website. Go to the website. There's so many cool articles there. We have bloggers who write articles for us, and they are such experts in makeup and travel and life coaching, and they just write for us, and they love to reach you and reach out to you. All the articles are on the website, and then we link to them from Facebook. So check us out everywhere. I would appreciate it, and know that I love you. I care about you more than anything in the whole world. And besides my family and my beautiful grandsons, Max and Marvel. If you're watching this sometime in the future, know that you're adorable. I love you to bits. And take care of yourselves. We'll speak again soon. Okay.